Indian Online School. Hope you all are doing great. So students, in today's video, I'm going to explain you about SOF International English Olympiad Level 2 paper. So let's get started. So students, your IEO Level 2 paper comprises of 50 questions and this is for 60 marks and you will be given 1 hour's time to complete this paper. And coming to the different sections, you will find 3 different sections in this paper. The first section is called Word and Structure Knowledge. In this section, you will be getting questions from grammar and vocabulary and each question carries 1 mark. So let's go to the second section of this paper, which is about reading the given passages. Okay. So here, this time you will be given 2 passages. You have to read them carefully and you have to answer the questions that follow. Okay. So here in this section also, you will, each question carries 1 mark. And then coming to the last section of this paper, it is called Achievers section. So in this section, you will be getting questions from grammar and vocabulary again. Okay, but in this section, you will be getting 3 marks for each question. So be careful while attempting this Achievers section. So let's go back to our first section, that is word and structure knowledge. Okay. So here we have the first question, like for questions 1 to 25, choose the correct option to complete each sentence. So here the first question is, the soldiers of the country fought with dash during the World War. So here students, it can't be aimlessness because aimlessness means lack of purpose. So here we cannot use this word for the soldiers of the country fighting during the World War. So next, when they are fighting for the country, it should be courage. Okay. And it can't be confusion as well. And fragility means like the quality of being delicate. Okay. So the correct answer would be option B, courage. Okay. So the soldiers of the country fought with courage during the World War. Okay. So the correct answer is option B for the question number 1. Option B is your correct answer. Dash who were absent yesterday must submit dash due assignments today. So we are talking about the students who were absent yesterday. For that, we may be needing the word those here. Okay, those who were absent yesterday must submit dash due assignments today. So here we need a possessive adjective, that is there. Those who were absent yesterday must submit their due assignment today. So it is option A for this question. Now let's go to the third question of this paper. Is in the debate competition, Jaya tried to dash her opponent dash, but she couldn't do it. So here we need a phrasal verb to complete this sentence. So when it is a debate competition, definitely it's about arguing, right? So here the correct answer would be, in the debate competition, Jaya tried to argue her opponent down, but she couldn't do it. Okay, so argue down means to defeat somebody in argument. Okay, so the correct answer for this question number 3 would be option D, argue down. Okay, so now let's go to the next question of this paper. Take things lightly as it will help you to get rid of stress. So what you have to use here, it should be sometimes. Okay, severely you should take things lightly. No, this can't be the correct answer. Never you should take things lightly. No, it can't be done like never is not the correct word. So here sometimes you should take things lightly. Okay, so it should be option C. Next, you should not be sad because there are dash opportunities coming your way. So it should be many better opportunities coming your way. It should be option A. Next, I received dash email from Oxford University offering me dash post of lecturer in English literature. So here it should be I received an email because it is beginning with a vowel sound. So it should be an email from dash Oxford University. So here when you are using the proper noun for university, we don't need any article there. Okay. So it should be I received an email from Oxford University offering me what? A particular post of lecturer, right? So it should be offering me the post of lecturer in English literature. So it should be an, no article, and then the. Okay, so it's option A. Now let's go to the seventh question of this paper. In the meeting, nobody dashed to discuss the problematic issues regarding the work culture of the office. So it should be came upward, came across, came forward, or come soon. So it should be came forward. It's like nobody shared their thoughts. Okay. So here it should be option C, came forward. Next, Tia dash shopping for 3 hours when her mom asked her to come back. Will been no, have been shopping for 3 hours when her mother asked her to come back. No, it should be in past tense. What she had been doing for 3 hours. Okay, so it should be Tia had been shopping for 3 hours when her mom asked her to come back. So it's option C here. Next, dash the efforts made by Rohan. He failed the exam. So here we have two contrast ideas. Okay. So it should be in spite of the efforts made by Rohan, he failed the exam. Okay. So it's option D here. Now let's go to the next question. The rain dash destroyed the crops, made the fields barren. Okay, so it should be the rain not only destroyed the crops but also made the fields barren. So here we need correlative conjunction pair, not only but also. Option B is your correct answer. On my way back home, the roads dashed because of heavy rainfall. They were flooded. Okay, on my way back home, the roads were flooded because of the heavy rainfall. It should be in the past tense. Next, the teacher said to the students, go home and study for the test. So here it is your direct speech and you need to convert that into your indirect speech. Okay. So here definitely go home and study for the test is a command, right? So we can use the word commanded here in your indirect speech. The teacher commanded the students. So when you have a command or request in your direct speech, then use to plus base form of your verb. So it should be the teacher commanded the students to go home and study for the test. Okay, so it's option B. Now, there dash a little possibility for us to visit our grandparents during the vacation. So when you are showing that there is a little possibility, you need the modal might. Okay, so it should be there might be a little possibility for us to visit our grandparents during the vacation. Next, our parents dash told us that we will be shifting to our grandmother's home. Okay, so here when you are using the word told, it's very obvious that you are using that in past tense. Okay, and it should be our parents should have told us. It can't be can or will. Okay, so can and will should be followed with a base form of verb. Okay, but here we are given a past tense. Okay, past tense form of verb. So it should have told us that we will be shifting to our grandmother's home. So it's option B. Next, we reached the railway station at the time. Otherwise, we would have missed the train. Okay, so here it should be, we reached the railway station at the dash, otherwise we would have missed the train. So it should be the 11th hour. So this phrase 11th hour is used when you are reaching the place or somewhere at the latest of hour before it's too late. Okay, so it should be option C here. We reached the railway station at the 11th hour, otherwise we would have missed the train. Next, my mother scolded my brother for telling a dash story every time he came home late. So here you need an idiom. Okay, so it should be cock and bull stories. Okay, false stories. So it's option C. Next, Matthew dash his gratitude to all the students for dash him as the student representative of this school. So he must be expressing his gratitude, right? So it should be Matthew expressed his gratitude to all the students for choosing him as the student representative of the school. Next, the principal said to me, you will represent our school in the state final chess game. So here you have a direct speech and you need to convert that into an indirect speech. So it should be the principal said to becomes told. Okay, said to should be replaced with to. The principal told me that I. So here you will represent our school in the state final chess game. You need to change the tense of this direct speech. So it should be I would represent the school in the state final chess game. So option C, your correct answer. Okay, will should be replaced with would. Now let's go to the next question of this paper. In some parts of the country, there are people who still use dash methods for cooking. So here it can't be pondered. Pondered means like think about something carefully. So while cooking, you don't need this word. And pacify is to calm. So we can't even use this method, calm methods. No. Primitive methods for cooking. Yes, primitive means outdated methods. Okay, so here we can use the option C. Next, the prices of goods should only increase dash so that the common people do not suffer. So when it's about not suffering, should be moderately. The prices of goods should not increase, should increase moderately, not suddenly, extremely, or usually. Okay, so that people do not suffer. Next, there is dash robin living on dash tree outside my house. It sings beautifully. So robin here is a bird. Okay. And we are not referring to any particular bird. We are referring to any bird in general. So we need the indefinite article O here. So there is a robin living on, you're talking about a particular tree outside your house. So this time we need the definite article the here. So it should be there is a robin living on the tree outside my house. Okay, so it should be a and the. So it's option C. Next, the problem dash obesity has always been there but was never taken seriously dash anyone. So here we need correct prepositions. Okay, so it should be the problem of what? Obesity. So here of is the correct preposition. Okay, so the problem of obesity has always been there but was never taken seriously by anyone. So by is the correct preposition. Okay, here we need a possessive preposition and here we need a preposition of agent to. Okay, so it should be of and by. Sorry, by anyone. Okay, so it should be of and by. Option B. The girls of our class dash for their football match against the rival team. So what they must be doing? The girls of our class are practicing, has practiced, are practiced, will practice. So here we have girls as the plural subject. So it should be are practicing for their football match against the rival team. Next, I am reading this novel. Dash. So here we need a question tag, and this sentence is a positive sentence. So you need to form a negative question tag, and you have am as the auxiliary. So we can form the question tag like aren't I? I am reading this novel, aren't I? It should be option C. A dash of entertainers performed at the 50th marriage anniversary of my parents. So when it is about the entertainers, the correct collective noun should be a troupe. Okay, troupe is a collective noun for a group of singers, dancers, or actors who are working together or moving together. Okay, so it should be option C, a troupe of entertainers. Next, for questions 26 and 27, choose the correct option for the underlined word. Okay. Next, Anushka reached the finals without facing any difficulty. So here, without is an adverb, preposition, interjection, or adjective. So definitely it is a preposition, okay, which is introducing the prepositional phrase facing any difficulty. Okay. So here, without facing any difficulty is your prepositional phrase, wherein you have without as your preposition. Okay. The next, suddenly both of them spoke at the same time. So what do we call the word happening at the same time? It is called simultaneously. Okay, it's option B. Now for questions 28 and 29, choose the correct spelling. How do you spell the word that means looking back into the past? So it is called retrospective. 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 Next, how do you spell the word that means a facility offering usually long-term medical care? It's called sanatorium. Okay, sanatorium. So option B. Now for questions 30 and 31, choose the part of the sentence that has an error. So the question is, the government's appeal of help the poor people with donations of any kind evoked a good response. So it should be the government's appeal for, not of. Okay. So we have an error in this part. It should be the government's appeal for. Okay. Next, Rajat's parents did not paid proper attention towards his studies. So remember students, when you are using the auxiliary did, it should be followed with the base form of verb. Okay, it should not be paid, it should be pay. Rajat's parents did not pay proper attention towards his studies. So it should be the option B, which is having some error. Okay, so it's option D, B. Now let's go to the next question. For questions 32 and 33, choose the correct antonym. It means you have to find out the opposite of the given word. Conspicuous. Conspicuous means it's like something that is clearly visible or that can be seen easily. Okay. Now, visible, no, it can't be the opposite. You can consider that as a synonym, but not as an antonym. Okay. Now, evident means clear. Again, this can't be your opposite for the given word. And discernible means it's like the able to be seen, recognized, or understood. Okay, so that can't be your answer. Then you have obscure. Obscure means which is not well known or which cannot be seen easily. Okay, so this could be your opposite for conspicuous. Okay, so it's option D, your correct answer. Next, you have delusion. Delusion means a false belief is called delusion. So for this, what could be your opposite? You have deception. Deception means it's like making somebody believe something that is not true. Okay, so this can't be your answer. Then you have fantasy. Fantasy means the thing or situation that you think about, okay, that you imagine which is not true. So that can't be your answer again. Actuality. Actuality means the state of reality. Okay. So yes, this could be your answer. So delusion, a false belief, and actuality, the reality. Okay. So here option C is your correct answer. Then you have for questions 34 and 35, choose the correct synonym of the given word. Synonym means you have to find the same meaning word. Peripheral. Peripheral means something that you add from outside, like additional thing that you add. Okay. So for that, it can't be major, middle. Okay. So it can be option C, borderline. Okay. Next, fanatic. What do you mean by fanatic? Fanatic is a word that is used for a person who is having a strong liking for something. Okay. It could be related to anything like a strong liking for football or some religious belief, something like that. Okay. And then for that, it can be moderate and you have bigot. Yes, bigot could be your answer, which means a person with strong belief and who will not listen or accept a different opinion. Okay. So option B is your correct synonym for the given word fanatic. Okay. So now let's go to the second section of this paper, which is about reading. So this is the easiest part of the whole paper where everything will be given in your passage. The only thing is you need to read it carefully and you have to answer the questions. Okay. So you need to go through this passage, then you will be able to answer these questions. Okay. So here the first question is choose the best title or heading for the passage. So this passage is about acupuncture and its benefits. Okay, so it's option B. The acupuncture helps in relieving dash according to the passage. So here, according to the passage, it helps in relieving headache, toothache, menstrual pain, but it's not chest pain and it's definitely rheumatism. So it's option A. Now, who is acupuncture? Why is acupuncture the most effective therapy to stimulate nerve repair? Because it involves a lot of muscular force. Okay, so it's option A here. Next, choose the correct statement. Acupuncture is an essential technique and can be performed by anyone. The energy mechanism is the balance of the channels through which the energy is transferred from one part of the body to another. Acupuncture use needles of same size. Acupuncture cannot help in treating emotional disorders, depression, and anxiety. So here it is option B. The energy mechanism is the balance of the channels through which the energy is transferred from one part of the body to another. Okay, so it's option B. Next, what does the word sterile mean in the third paragraph? Okay, sterile means something that is free from bacteria or microorganisms. Okay, so it's option C. So with this, we have completed one passage. Let's go to the second passage. For questions 41 to 45, read the passage and answer the questions that follow. Okay, so read the passage carefully and answer the questions. Choose the best title or heading for the passage. So here, this passage is about meditation for children. So option A is your correct answer. Now choose the incorrect step for the balloon exercise. So relax the body by inhaling and exhaling deep breaths. No, this is correct. We have to find out the incorrect statement. Okay. So inhale quickly to fill belly up with air while visualizing a balloon shrinking. No, this is incorrect. So this is your correct answer. Next, according to studies, how does meditation help children? They become more attentive. Yes. It induces self-control. Yes. They forge good friendships. Yes. They learn to respect their peers. Yes. They become self-engrossed. No. So it's option A. All the first four statements are correct. Now, one should use a dash voice while meditating to lead the imagery and relax into the movement. So they should use a calming voice. Okay, so option D here. What does the word encapsulate mean? Definitely, it means to enclose. Okay, so option A is your correct answer. Now, let's do the last section of this paper, that is Achievers section. Okay. For questions 46 and 47, choose the correct option to complete each sentence. It is not fair to cast dash on honest and innocent people. Inspiration on honest, no. Concentration, again, it can't be your correct answer. Aspirations, no. Aspersions, yes. Why? Because aspersions means it's like to criticize or make damaging remarks about somebody. Okay. About somebody means here it is given like honest and innocent people. So definitely it's not fair to cast aspersions on honest and innocent people. Okay. So it's option D here. Freedom and equality are the dash rights of every human being. So here it should be inalienable. It means inalienable means that cannot be taken away from you. So these rights cannot be taken away from anybody. Okay, so it's option B. Then you have choose the part of the sentence that has an error. So the sentence is Gautam Buddha attained inner peace through the peace of meditation, which inspired him to working for the ones who were suffering in this world. So it should be which inspired him for working, okay, not to working. So we have an error in this part of the sentence, okay. So we find this part in option C, okay. So it's our correct answer. Now choose the correct antonym of the given word. Antonym means again you have to find the opposite of the given word. Impertinent. What do you mean by impertinent? Impertinent means not showing respect towards somebody. Okay. So for this, you can take the correct answer as option D, respectful. Okay, impertinent is like not expressing or showing respect towards somebody. And option D is like respectful. Okay, so option D is your correct answer. Choose the correct synonym of the given word, rancor. Rancor means it's like a feeling of hate and continuing anger about something that happened in past. Okay, so here we can take the same meaning word as resentment. Resentment means it's again like a feeling of anger. Okay, can be sympathy, benevolence like kindness, content means like satisfaction. Okay, so it's option A, the correct answer. Okay, so with this we have completed the IEO Level 2 paper.